Hey guys, it's me, Devraj, me, back again for our Survivalbows. Yeah, oh wait, one sec, just move something. Alright, yeah. Now this is the Hickory Longbow build along series. What part is this? I don't remember what part we're at, but I'm sure the title above will probably tell you that, so I don't think I need to say that. But I realize it's been about 4 weeks or so since I let out my last video, and since I put out my last video in this series anyway, and it's been a slow-going series, you know. I haven't, ever since school started, I haven't gotten much time, so I was gonna make it last weekend, but I was sick. But, you know, here I am now, so at least we can do it now. Sorry, still a little sick. So, if I remember correctly, we pretty much finished evening out the limbs in terms of like rough, like, I don't know what the word is I'm trying to say, like just bending it without a string on, whatever. But if there's a technical term for that, then sorry, not pro enough to say it. But anyway, so what we're at right now, we are going to work on the handle. Took a lot to say that. So basically, I'm gonna go for it's gonna be a pretty, it's nothing too fancy. I don't, as you guys, if you watch my other videos, I don't usually put arrow rest in my bows. I like shooting off my hand. It's just my personal preference. And so what I'm planning on making on this is making it, it's got thickness, so I can afford to make it thinner. I got thickness in this, so I'm gonna try and keep as much thickness as possible, but give it, like, make it on the thinner side so it's a little bit more center shot, because when I put the string down through this, it's going a little bit towards my right side, so I'm gonna have to adjust towards that. But it's pretty close to the center, so I won't have, it's not too bad, but you know, it's so the way we're gonna do this, we're gonna go first in steps in order of fineness. For the rough, really rough stuff, like literally just getting some thinness down, I'm gonna use my knife. Now I know that it's probably, if you want, if you are on the want to be on the careful side, then don't use a knife unless you're really positive. I've done it before with a knife, but you know, I obviously just take off stuff with the knife. And this is just for the basic part. So what I do is I'm just gonna you know, you have to do this carefully. I'm just going from the sides, just putting a little bit of energy. You know, I don't want to go too far in at once. Because if I tried to do this with even with my rough rasp, it would take a while, and I don't really have that kind of time right now. But I don't want to like half do the bow, you know, or do a half job or whatever. You know, because I want to. This is gonna be, if it all goes well, this should be a great bow, and it's been seasoning for like 6 months now. The wood, it's pretty seasoned. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like bring it in at a little bit of a angle and then just make it straight, bring it out at an angle, you know, go for that kind of thing. So it's really simple. I'm just taking wood off. I don't think you guys require me continuously filming the whole process. So I'm gonna do the knife portion of the handle and then show you guys what it looks like. Okay guys, so worked on the handle a little bit with the knife. You know, just like I said, pretty basic knife work. Literally just flattening it down and getting a rough shape. You know, you can kind of see the shape I'm going for already. You know, because obviously it's supposed to be in that basic layout. But now, for most part, I'm gonna use this handy dandy tool right here, my wood rasp. This is like pretty much my most rough one. It's literally like steel spikes. So this one should be, even though obviously it's not going to be as fast as the knife, it's still going to get some pretty good wood removal. So this is probably what I'm going to do the majority of the rest of the work with. And then I got my finer ones. This is for like just like doing some finer stuff, like getting some finger grip in there, because I like kind of putting my own little like thumb rest, like where I would keep my thumb, you know, kind of customizing the handle. and this is for like really fine, like pre-sanding, basically, like getting the finer details, and then you know, once I have the fine details, then you just sand it down. Then I'll sand it down, you know, the process. So unfortunately, my camera, it does not have that much time on it. So what I'm gonna do is, I mean, I'm sure you guys probably know by now the process of making the handle. You've seen my other videos if you have. So what I'm gonna do then is just do the thing with the rough rasp, then fine, then, you know, really fine, and show each step along the way, the finished product of each step. But I'm not actually gonna show the whole thing because, first of all, it's time consuming, and second of all, it's just easier this way. So be right back. Hey guys, alright, so did some more rasping on the handle, and it's coming out very nicely. Hold on, let me just see, so you guys can see that well. Yeah, pretty shallow, but you know, it's fine. I mean, I like how it's looking so far. Here, let me give you a look from behind the handle. This is probably how I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna put like I'm gonna put an indent there, just like not like a big indent, just like a depression in the wood where my thumb will naturally kind of go. That way I know every time when I grab this thing, I'm grabbing it in the right spot, so you know my shooting is consistent and everything. Yeah, so now what we're gonna do is just take this here finer one. This one is just take those wood scrapings off, you know, like all those like little wood hairs on the side. That's what I'm gonna call them right now. You know, take those off and smooth it down a little bit more, make it easier to work with, and put that indent in. So I'm gonna do that right now and get right back to you guys. All right, be right back. Okay, guys. So you see, I finished using this, and I realized after I finished using this that the amount I had to use this for was pretty minute, and it would be kind of pointless to just like waste that much time doing that, considering I barely used it at all, this one. So what I did is I decided to combine these two, like kind of use them, both of them, before I showed you it, since it would be pointless to just kind of play it and then go 2 seconds later and see no change. So let's see. It's kind of hard to tell. It might be a little harder to see in this, but I think you can probably at least see the basic shape of it. I made like a pretty nice cut in right there with this. What I did, if you're curious on how I did that, I don't know, maybe you might be curious. What I did with this one, the like semi-fine one, is that I kind of like, hold on, I used it like this, and basically is I made, first what I did is I put my hand on it to see where's the comfortable spot, right about there. So then what I did is I kind of checked out the angle that my thumb was at, and I went at that appropriate angle with this. So what I did is I kind of made like a small notch about as deep as that thing goes as my layout, and from there I basically tilted the angle like this so that the notch would widen out until it basically became this cavity. And then what you do is you just kind of, you know, work however you want. It really depends on how you want your thumb rest or whatever you want to call it to be like. So, you know, it's pretty basic, but it's nice because it gives you a place where it's a set destination where your thumb's gonna be, and it's just yeah, nothing really else to it. So, and because I put that, you guys probably already guessed it, I don't think I'm going to wrap the handle with leather on this one. I don't think I am. Most I think I'll do is maybe paint it. That I just love it. Like, I don't want leather on this. It's so nice without the leather, in my opinion. You know, I left a little band right there of the natural wooden growth ring going over it. And it's great because the time when I cut this down, the growth ring was set in. I still have a good growth ring, but the sap wasn't 100% going in. You know, for some reason, even though I cut it in like late May, this tree still was a little bit, the bark was sticking a little, so it has these beautiful streaks, and these aren't going to affect the bow at all. I've done it before plenty of times. These beautiful streaks on it, and it just looks beautiful. So I don't even know if I'm going to even sinew this. This bow is just so beautiful as it is. Sinewing it just might destroy the look of it, even if it adds power. But you know, that's a future question. So that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. Me making the handle of this bow. Pretty short, simple. So next video, we're gonna be putting a string on this thing and doing some more tailoring. All right, see you guys.